If you are someone like me who much rather spending my days outdoor exploring the natures and soaking up the sun and picking up a book to read on the weekend, social media is probably the last place that you would rather be. And if there's only one thing being a business owner and running solo had taught me, is that in order to have a consistent stream of client coming in, I need to optimize all my channels so that they know where to find me. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to get off the social media and have more reliable way of staying connected with your dream clients. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to start your email list from scratch. Let's get started. Not just a list, it's your direct channel to communicate with your potential client. And unlike social media and other platforms where your message can really get lost into the noise or be subjected to ever-changing algorithm, then email list is a direct, unfiltered channel to people who are expressing interest in what you have to offer. They are interested in hearing from you. They want to hear from you. So email allows this intimate and personalized form of communication, and there's nothing stepping in between you and your dream client. You can address to them with a personal first name or tailor the content to exactly what they need. And this creates a sense of relationship and trust that is hard to accomplish through other social media channels. With this email list, you also have complete control over what you say, how you say it, and who it needs to reach to. There's no algorithm to dictate whether or not your message is getting seen. If someone subscribed to your email list, it means that they are interested in hearing from you. So it makes them a warm lead as opposed to a cold one where you have to do a lot of extra work in order to warm someone up. So while social media requires you to constantly fighting for people's attention, an email list simply allow a more consistent and frequent form of communication, and you have full control over who get onto the list and who doesn't get to see your content. You can set up automation sequence and nurturing sequence over time and turning these potential clients into your paying ones. There are 5 decisions that you're going to have to do in order to get started from scratch. Decision number 1, choosing the right email service provider. If you're a newbie coach, you might be thinking, Michelle, but can I just use my Gmail to send them emails? The problem is Gmail is not intended for a marketing purpose. In order to get it to more potential clients within your audience, you need some type of marketing email platform that allows you to send out newsletters, campaigns to your subscribers in a bulk, massive way of reaching out to them. Your Gmail account is not ideal in the sense that it is not intended for marketing purpose, but rather for your direct client communication or your everyday personal use. So the first step in order to get started from having an email from scratch is you need to look at different types of email service provider. Now there's tons of email service provider that's out there. Just to name a few, MailChimp, MailerLite, Aweber's, ConvertKit, all these are popular email service provider However, my favorite one is ActiveCampaign. ActiveCampaign is one of the top industry standards. There's so many features under ActiveCampaign that allows you not only send out email to your subscribers, but it also has a lot of client journey experience that they are able to provide through their features. I'm going to give you a link down in the description box so that you can click and check it out. And when you do use my link to check out ActiveCampaign, you are also going to help me out. I will get a small incentive from referring to a friend. When you look at the different email service provider, what you also want to look at, in addition to the cost, usually there's a monthly fee or there's an annual fee. What you also want to look at is their customer service. Now, depending on how tech savvy you are, you may need a lot of assistance in setting up the automation or understanding the language behind what they use. And sometimes you'll notice that the description of how you set up automation is quite different. Depending how tech savvy you are, you might need more assistance. And in that case, having a customer support who's there to answer your question when they come up, and whether or not there's resources that's available on YouTube where you can search in order to set up seamlessly, or perhaps you're thinking about outsourcing to someone so that person can help you out setting up the email platform. Those are some of the options that I would recommend as a newbie coach to get started on an email list. Other things that you need to consider when you subscribe to an email service provider is you want to look at the feature that they are offering. In order to get someone to subscribe to your list, in addition to just having a box that you can embed to your website, you also want to look at a separate landing page or opt-in page. And these are important features that some service provider may be lacking and others may be thriving in this specific area. So you want to definitely check out whether or not landing page is one of the options that they are providing so that you can create opt-in pages where your subscriber will be able to opt in and join your email list. Decision number 2 is how to actually get people onto your email list. Once you figure out which service provider you're going to use, your next step is trying to figure out, well, exactly how do I get people onto that list? And this is something I teach all my students inside the Passion to Profit on how to create an irresistible lead magnet that people actually want to have. And there's also a link to the video down below this description box to check out 5 steps to create your irresistible lead magnet that would actually grow your email list. In a nutshell, how you get your audience to join your email list is when you offer something that is small, valuable, that is digestible, and it doesn't require someone to spend a whole lot of time trying to figure out how to do this alone. It needs to be solving a burning problems that they have in the shortest amount of time and effort from their part in order to get started. Once you figure that out, what your lead magnet is, your next step, which is decision number 3, is where you're going to actually promote the lead magnet. There are several ways that I recommend without paying advertisement on Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn, and being on a guest on a podcast where you can collaborate and borrow someone else's audience while promoting your free offer is one of my favorite ways to spread the message and promote your lead magnet. If you need help coming up with your signature talk so that you can be visible on podcasts or in-person event, there's a link in the description box down below to download a copy of my signature talk worksheet to craft your signature talk so that you can convert listeners into paying clients. Decision number 4 is to engaging your email list. Once you have someone subscribe and download your lead magnet and joining you on your email list, it's not just about collecting email, it's about building a relationship. So make sure you set up a goal to engage your list regularly, and ideally you want to create a welcome sequence that consists of anywhere from 4 to 5 emails once someone had joined. You're introducing about you, your story, your work, your program, how you're able to help. It is about being the resource to someone who has just expressed interest in wanting to hear more about the topic they have just downloaded the lead magnet from you. And to do this, ActiveCampaign has a built-in automation sequence templates that you can simply use and set up to build your welcome sequence. You follow the prompts that from these sequence, and you may want to add additional emails to communicate with your audience. And these are one-time emails that you send to your subscriber in communicating things like your newsletter, your upcoming events, or perhaps it's inspiration that you would like to share. And this typically is separate from your welcome sequence. Last but not least, decision number 5 in starting an email list from scratch is to make sure you measure your success. Always keep an eye on your metrics like opening rate, click-through rate, and conversion rate, because these are going to help you to understand what is working and what needs to improve. So each email that you send is not just helpful, but actually wanted. And this is how you also avoid being marked as spam, and it keeps your overall list hygiene to ensure that you have a healthy email list. Remember, your email is the gold mine. Treat it well, provide value, and it will always reward you with the most profitable coaching business. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button for more tips and tricks. Until next time, keep shining.